What's up, geniuses? My name is Adrian Rivera, and today we're going to be answering the question, do you need studio monitors to produce? To answer this question, we're actually going to break it down into 4 other questions. What are studio monitors? Can people mix without them? Will they benefit your situation? And what do I recommend for beginners? But before we get into the video, I gotta tell you guys something. Welcome back to my wall. Do we have a silver play button yet? Nope. It's Animal Crossing New Horizons on Nintendo Switch. Even though this is a great game, this is not what we want on the wall. What we need is, you guessed it, a silver play button. But the only way to get that is if you have 100,000 subscribers. Currently, we have about 7,770 subscribers. That means we need about like 93,000 more. Easy. So subscribe now. We don't want Animal Crossing to be here for too long. Alright, so first things first. What are studio monitors? Studio monitors are basically just speakers that are tailored towards mixing and mastering specifically. What makes them different from different speakers is that they're engineered to give you the purest sound as possible. If you didn't know, majority of speakers that are made for the average consumer are altered in some way to give it a better sound. What some brands might do is that they might add a little bit of an EQ to boost a little more in the bass or in the treble. They might add more drivers to add a bigger sound. A bunch of brands do different things to their speakers. All this stuff is great if you're planning on listening to music for leisure. There are so many great commercial level speakers out there that I personally use myself, and they all have their purposes. They sound super great. There's nothing wrong with having commercial speakers. However, these kind of speakers are not good for mixing and mastering. Like I said, a lot of speakers are altered and different brands might do different things. No 2 speakers are gonna sound the same, and a great mix on one speaker might sound like absolute trash on another speaker. And you probably experience this a lot of the time too. Think of your phone speaker as opposed to your car speaker. They both sound drastically different. Nothing near the same. If you were to mix your song on your phone speakers, it would sound completely different than in the car. So this is where studio monitors come in. Studio monitors are like somewhere in the middle. They come with a neutral sound so that a great mix on studio monitors will more than likely sound good on a bunch of other speakers. And just to be clear, you're never gonna have a song that sounds perfect on all speakers. Unless you mix that song 1,000 times for all the 1,000 speakers that there are in the world, which is impossible, by the way, you're not gonna get a song that sounds great on all devices. Now, I don't mean that your song is gonna sound like trash. Your song is gonna sound good, but you're never gonna get a song that sounds perfect on one speaker and the other speaker and that speaker and this speaker. You get what I'm saying. However, studio monitors give you a chance to mix in a way that is vanilla so that it won't sound like absolute garbage when other speakers add their own flair to it. And all of this stuff applies to headphones as well. There are headphones that are meant for mixing and mastering and headphones that are meant for the average consumer. So, does that mean that people can mix without them? They sure can. When it comes to mixing and mastering, the most important thing is that you understand the concepts more than the equipment. I've been mixing on the same set of equipment ever since I got started, and I only ever upgraded my headphones, and that was once about 6 or 5 months ago. I've learned so much through the years that I've been making music that even though I've been using the same equipment ever since I started, my mixes have gotten a lot better and my music sounds more professional, even though I didn't even change anything about my equipment. For example, here's a comparison of my old stuff to my new stuff using the exact same equipment. The only difference is that I've learned more about mixing and mastering.
I wanna make a living doing what I love, and yes, of course I'm willing to face the hate and such. All there to say you are not cool, all there to say I don't know you. I don't really know where you come from, or what is it that you think that you look so dumb. Can it stop me? Can it stop me? Try to put me in the cage and you know I'm finna break free. I got the power of choice and I'ma make a million utilizing power of voice.
Like I said, this was all done on the same set of equipment. This is the same mic, the same headphones, the same speakers, the same everything. Don't let your equipment be your limitation. I've heard amazing mixes come out of AirPods, and those are nowhere near tailored towards mixing and mastering. However, there are valid reasons to upgrade, and I definitely think you should because it really doesn't take much. So, will studio monitors benefit your situation? So this is where you're gonna have to do a little bit of self-assessment. Consider your situation right now and your level of expertise. How familiar are you with mixing and mastering? Are you a beginner, or do you have an idea of what you're doing? Maybe you're really tight on budget right now. If you're just starting off and you know literally nothing, and I mean like nothing, about mixing and mastering, then just focus your time and energy on learning that stuff first. I have a playlist all about mixing that you can check out by clicking the eye icon up here, and I also have a video all about how to get better mixes in FL Studio. So feel free to check it out. Even if you don't use FL Studio, you'll still find some benefits with that video. If you know a little bit about mixing and mastering, but you're struggling to get good mixes on all devices, consider getting some headphones or a good set of speakers. Of course, I mean studio grade monitors and headphones. If you're already getting great mixes out of those AirPods you've been using, then maybe consider taking your mixes to the next level and actually upgrading to studio headphones and speakers. Because think about it, if you're already doing good on something that wasn't meant for mixing and mastering, upgrading to some devices that actually were meant for mixing and mastering will probably benefit you a lot more. Either way, I definitely think you should get yourself a good set of studio headphones and speakers eventually. They don't even have to be expensive headphones and monitors. Just something that's meant for mixing and mastering so that you can get that next step of professionalism. Because trust me, they really do make a difference. My set of headphones and speakers together cost about $279 on Amazon, which is only that high because the black version of the headphones that I'm using right now is about $179 for some reason. But if you get the gray version, that drops down to $147. So in total, it would be $247. For comparison, a Switch Lite with Animal Crossing costs about $266, and it actually costs you more if you buy it on Amazon. So you're relatively not going to be spending that much money for a good set of speakers and headphones. And like I said, what really matters is that you understand the concepts of mixing and mastering. So that small upgrade for better mixing equipment might not seem like a lot, but the more you get to learn about mixing and mastering, the better use you're going to get out of those speakers and headphones. So what do I recommend for beginners? I recommend that you upgrade your studio gear when you can. It doesn't have to be right away, but I definitely think that sooner is better than later. You can also start in parts too. If you already have some sort of headphones but don't have any set of speakers, get yourself some studio monitors and you'll be good to go. You can always upgrade your headphones when you deem it necessary. If you already got yourself a good set of studio monitors and headphones, don't bother upgrading your stuff because you're already good to go. Just work with what you got. In the end, what makes you a good producer slash engineer is the way you work with your resources. The studio monitors that I use, which are technically considered multimedia monitors but work the same way, are the Mackie CR3s. These go for about $100 on Amazon and basically everywhere else. I'll admit, they're not the strongest in the low end. They can definitely use a little bit more sub bass, but they get the job done and they're good for the budget. I've been rocking these things for about 4+ years and they're still going strong, so I definitely recommend them. However, the headphones that I use are the Beyerdynamic DT770 Pros, and these things are amazing. Like I said, I upgraded to these about 5 or 6 months ago. They're completely over-the-ear headphones, so your lobes don't get sore after 12 hours of using these things. They also have a ridiculously huge frequency range, so you can hear everything from the super low sub basses to the super high resonant high frequencies. You basically get a lot of treble too. I use the 250 ohm version, but that's because I have an audio interface that I plug this into. If you're gonna be plugging this straight into your computer, get the 80 ohm or the 32 ohm version. Although those versions may end up costing you a little more. I'm not exactly sure because the prices right now on Amazon are a little bit wonky, but just make sure you go check it out. The headphones I used to wear before these were called the Audio-Technica ATH M50X Professional Studio Monitor headphones. I had to read that because I don't remember the name of it. Those were also really good headphones. I used them for years, so they wore down a little bit on me. My ears would get sore sometimes when I wear them for a long time, but overall they sounded pretty good. They're about $150, so for the price, I definitely recommend just getting the Beyerdynamics because they're definitely a lot better set of headphones. They sound nicer, they're a lot more comfortable, and these pads are gonna definitely last a lot longer than the other ones. I always leave the links to my equipment in the description of my videos. They're Amazon affiliate links, so I get a little kickback every time somebody buys through that with no additional cost to you guys. So feel free to use those if you're interested in anything because it'll also help support the channel. I can go into so much detail about these headphones, and honestly I might even make a review on them because I've been using them for the past couple months and they're really good. Let me know if you guys want to see that. Also make sure to leave a like on this video if this video helped you guys out. You see the views I've been getting on my channel, you see the likes I've been getting on my channel. Not enough of you guys are liking these videos, and these videos are not free. It costs 1 like to watch them, and if you're not paying up those likes, you're robbing me. I'll call the police if you don't like this video, so like it right now. Also make sure to hit that subscribe button. We need an 100,000 subscriber play button on this wall soon. It's a necessity, so if you're not subscribed already, come join us. We're having fun over here. Also make sure to check out my beat store, adriovera.com. I post super high quality quality beats up there, and currently I only got 3 beats, but I'm in the middle of working on some other ones. We're still figuring out how we're gonna get more beats up there, but it's gonna be coming soon. So make sure you guys check it out. I always put beats that I would use myself, so don't expect any throwaways, and it's a really cool looking website. I'm proud of that website. Also, if you wanna get your music onto Spotify and iTunes, use my DistroKid referral link in the description. I really love DistroKid, and they're not a sponsor for today's video, but they've sponsored me before, and just because they sponsor me doesn't mean that I like them any better. Well, I mean, there's a little bit of a bias there. Personally, I really think that they're just the best distributor out there. They're really cheap for the amount of stuff that you get from them. $20 a year for basically unlimited uploads to Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, everywhere that you basically get your music. So check out my referral link. You get 7% off. I get a little kickback. So it's a win-win situation for us. Help support the channel a little bit. So feel free to check that out. I'm gonna get down to editing this video. You guys stay safe out there. It's a crazy world, so wash your hands, drink a lot of water, but most importantly, don't be afraid to show your genius.
Baby, you call me, you tell me you love me.